So we've got some details on what the next Silver and Blood update is going to be about, and I'm just going to go through this post that they have on Reddit and point out anything that's significant. They talk here about the new story event, Infinite Mind. There's nothing in here about it being voiced, and I know 100% if this event was voiced, they would say so. So please look forward to another unvoiced event. Awesome. Standard event shop stuff. New mini game here. It's hard for me to tell what kind of game it's going to be without actually trying it for myself. So I'm going to hold any opinions I may or may not have about this. Free 14-day battle pass, just like with every other event. A new mini game that was probably made by an intern in one afternoon and won't even have proper controls for PC, just like the past two mini games we've gotten. So kind of like the battle passes, I don't know what else to call them, that we have for getting the free new vassal. They're gonna have one, but it'll give us an SSR coffin, and you'll be able to pick Kane, Lamia, or Dalcarlo. We don't know exactly what the synergy effect is going to be, but Kane is a terrible unit. Lamia and Dalcarlo are pretty good. Dalcarlo is definitely the best. Lamia's kind of just been power crept, but maybe she'll be brought back with this, whatever this new synergy effect is. So when you get this coffin, I'd recommend Dalcarlo or Lamia, whichever one you don't have. And if Kane somehow manages to be like super good from this new synergy, then yeah, sure, maybe. It looks like there's a new type of event for getting a free copy of the new SSR. Herald and Echoed Embrace event, counting stars to collect hero swords. I'll go over this in a moment. In story event stages, the Infinite Mind, clear event stages to collect Dream Pillow, complete daily tasks to collect guiding signposts, challenge and limited time minigame to collect sweet fruit. It looks like you're going to need a little bit of everything to get one copy of Livian, who is one of two new SSR vassals, and obviously a new vassal for the Goon Cave, Alexi. We're getting a new Dutchman's Revenge stage, which I assume is going to have some blueprints for the new artifact, the Peacemaker. Gonna have a new clan hunt. We're gonna get access to a new boss in the Haunted Sepulcher, which is the first boss that we actually do. Okay, so it looks like we're getting an addition to the Echo Gear system with the Soul Strike Bellows. Soul Strike Bellows can be used to overheat tier 9 faction equipment that has already completed Echo, allowing it to gain 1 to 2 overheat blessings. Overheated equipment can also use Soul Strike Bellows for recast and refinement. They don't really give any more information about it. I'm guessing that it could be used to get an additional line, or it will further enhance the lines that we already have. I don't know what else it could possibly do. They don't give any examples of what these overheated blessings actually are. We're getting a new boss event to do the next Tomb of the Fallen boss. Okay, so here is the big thorn in my side with this update. The Echoed Embrace event, counting stars. So basically what they're doing here is we're not going to have two banners for the new SSR vassals. We're going to have one banner that drops both of the new vassals. This is just straight up worse for us. The difference is that one unit is going to have a 1.4% chance of dropping, and the other is going to have a 0.6% chance of dropping. With their individual banners, it would have been a 2% chance to get the featured vassal, but now it's just much worse. You're going to be spending a lot more pulls to try to get both of these characters. If you're free to play and this continues the way that it is, only go for one copy. It's just not worth it to go for dupes of these characters. Personally, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to pull for one copy of each character, and then all of my perfect shards and all the shards that you get from the towers and stuff like that. I'm gonna save those. I'm going to save those, and if I happen to miss a character, I'm going to spend them all until I get that character whenever it happens to show up to the standard banner, which at the rate they're going, it seems like it's 2 to 3 months before they add new characters to the standard banner. They did mention they're adding Stella, Albrecht, Fanny, and Geneve to the standard banner on the 18th, or which is the day that this patch goes live. And they'll also be added to the shop so that you can buy spirit shards with them. When it comes to buying spirit shards, I would recommend buying them for the characters that go into the Gunner cave. So Fanny, you're gonna want to buy copies of her, and then I would suggest saving the rest of your fragrant residues for whenever they add Letitia. Apparently I've been saying that wrong for a long time, but just the way that her name is spelled, it looked like Letitia to me, but whatever. So we're getting a new monthly pass with a Seth skin. It's kind of on brand with how they're designing characters nowadays. If you like that, go for it. I don't really have any complaints about it. At least it's a different skin and it's available in a monthly pass. And of course, we're getting a recolor of Fanny for another monthly pass because we definitely needed that, more recolors. So they're obviously sticking with their lazy skin design, and I don't see this ever changing. The monetization's just getting worse and worse every month, and now they're going after our banners by making the rates worse. They're adding new step up packages to the shop like every patch. They're adding new bundles. They're adding new surprise packages every time you do anything in this game. It's just really, really shoving monetization in your face at every single turn. And one thing I don't want to see people saying is, well, I've been playing this game free to play and I've managed to get all the characters and I'm having a good time. That's great. I'm glad that you've been fortunate enough to get every character so far and you're staying competitive as a free to play player. This doesn't excuse the absolutely horrendous, predatory, like, Gacha's already very predatory in terms of monetization, but Silver and Blood's really stepping it up every single month with new ways to entice you to spend money. And before, they were kind of just encouraging you to get more copies with the Gunner Cave and the stat bonuses and the new bundles and all this stuff. These are things you can totally just skip. Like, you don't need any of these. But now that they're affecting the banners, it's very likely that you may come out of an event missing one of these characters just because you got a little bit unlucky. They're going to give you a free copy of the SSR that has the much reduced drop rate of 0.6%. But even still, your odds are still a lot worse for getting the other character that you won't get for free. It's roughly like 30% worse for you. So you're gonna have to spend just even more pulls to get what you were already getting before. And there isn't really any bad luck protection. There's no mileage system to buy a character after you've spent a lot of tickets to get other characters. So you can very much just get screwed out of a character. I really don't like the character design for Alexi and Livian here. They're really just like different versions of Letitia. The character design is almost exactly the same. And before, we were getting, in my opinion, very cool, very elegant gothic characters. Now we're just getting corn characters. And I don't mind that if it's like not frequent. Like, having Letitia in the game is fine, but if we're just gonna have every character going forward looking like this, it's whack. I don't like it. But yeah, if you take anything away from this video and just my rants, it's to change your strategy as free to play. Save those perfect shards and the shards that you're getting from the tower to fish for any characters that you don't have rather than dupes of characters if you weren't already doing that. And really pay attention to how strong some of these characters are. I'll be trying to give you impressions of them, reviews of them, as long as I'm able to keep pulling them. But yeah, overall, I'm expecting to be pretty disappointed with this event and any events afterwards if they keep this up. I'm still going to be making content for Silver and Blood, but wanted to keep you all up to date on how I'm feeling about this new content. Anyways, I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.